another point that I want to include here is that a lot of people, I especially hear from a lot of women, that they want a man who will match their effort. But in reality, men are actually putting in more effort in the beginning, because if you think about it, they're the ones that have to initiate the conversation. They're the ones that have to keep you interested long enough for you to be able to just even agree to a date. And then on top of that, they have to plan the date. Then they have to, initiate escalation with physical attractiveness, with being able to touch, and maybe even to ask for that first kiss or hug, and even to plan the next date. So in reality, women want a man that matches their effort. That's what they say. But I think they're really meaning a man that will match their effort in the relationship. Because in the beginning, it's not even. Men, on average, are putting in more effort in the beginning because society expects men to do that, to make the first move. And it expects women to just not make the first move, because if women do make the first move, then they're going to be called a not so nice word that starts with an S. I'm sure you know what that is. And this is just how society is. It's how the game of life is. And it's not really a society game. I think this goes back to evolution and biology, that even in the animal kingdom, men, the masculine energy this is just how masculine and feminine energy works. So it's not against men or women or any of that gender roles, but they do play a part. But this is a deeper existential issue. We're dealing with masculine and feminine energy in a society that we're trying to go towards egalitarianism, right? But we're not there yet. But anyway, I just want to highlight this point, that just to dispel the myths that we're on an even footing. The reality is that men are putting in a lot more effort in the beginning just to even attract the woman, whereas the woman has a different issue typically, where she typically some of them might have a lot more options to choose from, whereas a man doesn't. But it could also be the other way around too. But I just want to highlight this point, that the ground isn't always even. Men typically have to put in more work to build your interest, to attract women, to even have the date, to even build chemistry on the date, because the pressure is on men if they want to have you in their lives. And of course, women also have their other issues too, but that's a whole separate video. So I hope that's helpful. Have a wonderful day.